feel the love tonight. How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. Wait a minute. That's the wrong song. What the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Oh my God. Play the intro.
We running this, let's go.
Wait, whoa. That's not the intro. Whoa, stop. What the hell is this? That's not the intro. Turn that shit off. Hey, whoa. That's not the intro. I said play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight. Alrighty then, now cut the music. Hello, good morning, welcome to the Morning Night Live. I am your host, Dawg Knight. I've got my reparations coffee. I'm ready to go. I see Boomer. I got your Boomer. Hey, you know what? Whole bunch of stuff today. But I'm gonna say hi to everybody first because y'all got here early because I did that one of those it's coming things on the internets where you can say, yeah, it gets an early whatever. Because I saw Sheograth, you were here, like, man, when I put that thing up there, whatever, however you do that. Yes, that's me, the Boomer in me. Anyway, good morning, Sheograth. Good morning, Grilling Pirate Pete. Hello, Evil One. It looks like you're up for a long day because you got all the shows listed. I saw there's at one point Max, Maria, Maddie, Truck and Bear, Chicago, Mike, Bubba, Hotep, Jaeger, Pony. My goodness, the gang is all here. Who am I missing? I saw Mr. Monopoly. What's happening? And I saw one other name that I think I missed. Did I miss anybody so far? Well, that looks like a good start. Hey, so I'm just gonna get right into it because I got on Twitter this morning, which is always a brilliant thing to do, and excuse me. I was on. Okay, so remember the dude? I think what's his name? Brian. Is it Colfig? Something like that. He's the dude that started that the Build the Wall petition earlier this year, and they were having a bunch of arguments about the budget and stuff. And so this Brian Colfig dude, he's a war vet. I don't know if from the Iraq War or Afghanistan or something, but he's a triple amputee. Lost both his legs and lost one of his arms. And he ran that one of those on Facebook. He had a Facebook page. It was called like Right Wing News or Conservative News or something like that. And he had 300,000 people who followed him, right? And it was one of those Facebook pages that got purged. And, for misleading news, fake news, whatever. He just basically put up articles that were, right politically. I mean, Republican related, right kind of stuff. And he was one of those pages that was purged. And it was kind of a big controversy because they were just, they were on the Facebook purge where they basically were, well, here's what they did. So Facebook deleted all these, anything that, well, they were trying to, their excuse was, well, the Russian bots who were interfering in the election, but they also caught up a bunch of conservative sites, and they also deleted a whole bunch of the anti-war left sites. So it wasn't necessarily just conservatives, but it was mostly conservatives, but they really dinged a whole bunch of people, took hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Facebook pages down. Okay, so this is the guy who started the that Build the Wall GoFundMe. And, you know, I mean, he's been getting a lot of shit. Good morning, MC. Nice to see you. He got a lot of shit for that. But the thing is, the thing went off. I mean, it went crazy. I mean, it was over $20 million on that page. And so they've been looking for land and whatnot to, you know, because the thing is, most of the land along the border isn't privately owned. So they would have to do it on privately owned land. And there's a lot of people who are huge. There's big detractors. And I think the New York Times, was it the New York Times? I don't know, had an article about, you know, this is just ridiculous that people are giving money to this and whatever. So I get on Twitter this morning, and here, I'll just put up, I see this, and my buddy Sofane, and nothing against Sofane. Sofane has decided that, you know, he's always been on the left, but it's not a big deal. He's a good dude either way. And in fact, it's funny because Sofane gets beat up by a lot of different people. He gets beat up by people on the right. He gets beat up by people on the left, on the, you know, the progressive left, because he hung out with, you know, some of the people that they hate. You know, he has pictures of himself with Sargon and Andy Worski and all that back at that when they all went to VidCon together. So unfortunately, Sofane, he gets beat up kind of by everybody. But you know, he's definitely left of center politics, which is cool. I mean, you know, there's things that we disagree on, but he's a good dude. But anyway, so he puts this tweet up, and because he treats Twitter. Y'all know how Ranting Monkey tweets Twitter kind of just as a dunking contest. He kind of has fun dunking on people who say stupid shit or do stupid shit. Well, that's what Sofane does, but he mostly focuses on the left. So anyway. So he puts this tweet up. For all the people who donated to this campaign, I'd like to offer my thoughts and prayers. So he's dunking on... Now here's the tweet he's talking about. A source close to the Florida man who raised over $22 million on GoFundMe in the We the People Will Build the Wall campaign just revealed that the money has been diverted to pay for $1 million lot and a high-flying lifestyle. Now, by the way, I just saw Chadwick. Good morning, Chadwick Dupree. I see you just popped in. Maniac Man, how's it going? I think I already said hi to you, though. Maybe not. Hi, Tyler F. All right. So anyway, so this is the article that pops up, and I see this morning, and I'm thinking, oh, okay. If he actually did something like that, that's pretty shady. That's some shady shit, right? So then I click on the article. Now let's check out this Medium article. It's on Medium, which is, you know, people who self-publish shit. Okay. Now before I'm gonna skip the updates first because it's just interesting here. It's just interesting how this is written. This is somebody who clearly has no time for anyone right of center who wrote this. And so let's just go through this article because I found it humorous when I ended up reading the whole thing. A source close to the... okay, first of all, listen how this begins. Good morning, all you need. How you doing? Good morning, Ben Tahoe OG. Nice to see you back. All right, I'm trying to see who's on here. Now, this is how this starts, okay? A source close to the Florida man who raised over $22 million on GoFundMe in the We the People Build the Wall campaign just revealed today, in their opinion, money may be diverted to pay for $1 million yacht and high-flying lifestyle. That's the opening line of this article. I'm going to read it again because I want you to hear the key words in this paragraph. That's the leads. Now listen, the article says, nope, that's a source wall GoFundMe sponsor just paid for a nearly $1 million yacht. Oh, they updated this. They changed the title. Let's go. Here's what it says here. Build the wall. They changed the title of the article already. This is fucking hilarious. They changed the first paragraph, too, because that paragraph was different. So, again, this tweet, a source close to the Florida man who raised over $22 million on GoFundMe in the People Build the Wall campaign just revealed today that the money has been diverted. Oh my God. Can you say Covington Catholic all over again? Has been diverted to pay for $1 million yacht and a high-flying lifestyle. Down here, source, Build the Wall GoFundMe sponsor just paid for a nearly $1 million yacht. A pro-Trump insider spilled the beans on Brian Kolfag's high-flying lifestyle after raising more than $15 million to build the wall. Actually, it's $22 million. Back to the article, first paragraph. Now, this has changed because this is not what it said when I read it this morning, but it's still, even then, listen to this first paragraph again. A source, note, no name, no anonymous source. They could might as well just say an anonymous source. Close to the Florida man. Now, close how? His accountant? His brother? His top political rival in the city where he lives? Close? To the Florida man who raised over $22 million on GoFundMe in the We the People Build the Wall campaign just revealed today in their opinion. Oh, wait a minute. In their opinion. Opinion? Motherfucker. Facts. I don't want opinions. Do you know any... Good Lord. In their opinion, money may be diverted to pay for a $1 million quote. And then he puts even the $1 million quote. They even put quotes around the $1 million. $1 million yacht and high-flying lifestyle. Now, he added this part also because someone probably was giving him shit about this being an anonymous source. This article draws on the use of an anonymous source whose identity is being protected because they stepped forward to expose what they believe is a wrongdoing or possibly criminal fraud by the Wall GoFundMe campaign that received over 300,000 individual donations. And there's some asterisk marks here, triple asterisks, meaning there's something down at the bottom that that refers to. But we'll go back. Let's go back to where we are. Wow, those are some. This is. Now and before though, when I read it earlier this morning, all these mays and sort ofs and kind ofs and whatevers were not in the article. This article has been this article has been edited, and you'll find out why in a little bit. You'll find out why. Oh my gosh. Expose what they believe is wrongdoing, or possibly all these weasel words they're using in here. Okay. The source is a known activist that is pro-Trump and has gone on Fox News for his bipartisan cause. The source told the Stern Facts, that's the name of this writer's name is Brian Stern, I think, something, or Grant Stern, the Stern Facts. Oh my God. Anyway, the source told the Stern Facts that they ironically know Brian Kolfage, who built that Wall GoFundMe page. According to the source, Brian Kolfage personally confided that, okay, he needs to re-edit this again, that he was broke last year after his right-wing news empire, which the source was told was fake, but he never read, collapsed, and Facebook deplatformed him. Interesting way to write that. Here's the thing. Facebook purged a lot of conservative pages, and his got caught up in this conservative page purge. But he was just highlighting articles that were written from other places. It wasn't fake news. It was just news from sources right of center. Nothing fake. They weren't writing. Oh my goodness. And they had over 300,000 followers. But that isn't even the important part of this. Yeah, how can you ironically know someone? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, let's talk about that again, though. Where was that? Yeah, the source told the Stern Facts that they ironically knew Brian Colvin. Wait a minute. Up here, it says a source close to the Florida man. Oh my God, this is just garbage reading. Anyway, let's go. Let's keep going. And then it's funny. Colfidge only responded to this story after publication, and TSF has responded with a list of questions about his project and continues to investigate his reply. Wait a minute. You wrote this story without investigating? Did you not contact the subject of your story before you wrote this pile of garbage? Well, now hold on. Wait. I made a very huge statement of opinion, calling it a pile of garbage. Now, if you all want to call it a pile of garbage, please feel free to just throw that in the chat. But I am going to. Oh my gosh, this is so bad, so bad. So anyway, Colvin only responded after the story after publication, and TSF has responded with a list of questions about the project and continues to investigate his reply. Now, before I'm going to let you go ahead on a little secret here, Brian Colfidge was like one of the first 5 people to respond to this article, and here's what Brian Colfidge says in his in the comment section of the article. Somehow someone alerted him to the article immediately. Brian Colfidge says, quote, "Piss poor reporting. The boat was ordered in 2017. Manufacturing began in 2018, and the boat delivered in August of 2018. It's all documented on my Instagram with time stamps, dates, and images. Hope you like being sued because I'm going to buy a bigger boat after my attorney owns you. Go ahead and look at my Instagram." He links that. Scroll down to 2018. You scumbag. If you know what that was, put it in the chat. Anyway, that anonymous source shared an Instagram post highlighting Colfidge's recent purchase of a fine seagoing vessel, which they believe is close to $1 million. Oh my gosh, good morning, Functional. I see you just showed up. Good morning. So they don't even know, the source has no idea how much the boat costs. But also, the anonymous source shared an Instagram post highlighting Colfidge's recent purchase of a seagoing vessel, which they believe is close to $1 million. Now, if they'd only looked at the date when it was purchased, because you got to remember, when did this little the GoFundMe happen? Wasn't that like January of this year? Now, I know where they're trying to go with this, but anyway, here we go. Oh Oh, after Kolfich commented to this story, the source said, whether he ordered it last year with the year before is irrelevant. It's still nearly $1 million boat. Those new toys are very expensive, as is flying private. Where did he get the money if his business was destroyed by Facebook? Do you think maybe, just maybe, he wasn't flying by the seat of his pants when his business was doing really well? Maybe he had some savings. Maybe he ordered the boat. Remember, because the Facebook pages weren't even taken. I think the Facebook pages were taken down before he bought the boat, or after he bought the boat too. That happened at the end of last year. He received the boat in August. Who knows? Maybe he got a huge settlement from the government after losing 2 legs and an arm. Who knows? But oh my God. After Kolfich commented the story, the source said so this source, okay, so the way this is written, at least, you would have to think that this source is not exactly friendly with Kolfich. Do you get that impression? I mean, do you get it? Do you get that impression that maybe this guy didn't like it? But regardless, who knows? This is crazy. Those new toys are very expensive, as is flying private. Where did he get the money if his business was destroyed by Facebook? You know what? Do you know anyone who may have one business that has gone bad, but they still maybe have a lot of money? I do. In fact, I know someone who, they owned a real estate company. They had a property management company. They had a bunch of commercial buildings. And one of the commercial buildings went bust, and that business just, but he still had the 2 other businesses. he was still really wealthy. He didn't stop just because he lost that one. Doesn't mean he lost that one and that one. Who knows? This is insane. This is I don't, if this guy a journal. Okay, so I'll go back to the beginning. Updates here at 5:25 p.m. and 5:12, 6 hours after publication. Ads and he spells it wrong. This guy can't even spell. He's got so many errors in this story, but I'm just kind of skimming by him. Adds an uncorroborated statement from Brian Kolfich. Did it ever cross your mind to get a second source, aka Brian Kolfich himself? Maybe did you try to contact him before you publish this story? Did you think of that? Adds an uncorroborated statement from Brian Kolfich and a response from the source who believes he is misspending funds. Believes, again, the anonymous source who believes he's misspending funds. Then the second update, 6:25 p.m. 6 hours, it would be 7 hours after publication. He can't even edit his own updates. A journalist who first exposed Kolfich's scams in 2014 and defeated his libel suit in response has stepped forward to provide a detailed history of Brian Kolfich, the Wall Street GoFundMe sponsor's scams. Title notes that the sponsor paid for the yacht. Kolfich still hasn't emailed response to the question. So yeah, they changed the title because they changed the title at 6:25 p.m. So now that he admits that the sponsor, aka Brian Kolfich, paid for the yacht. Oh my gosh! But the reason I'm reading this because there's more. I'm just telling you, there is more. So anyway, so the story continues below. The rest of these photos are embedded at the top. So here's a picture of the boat. It's a nice boat, 4 motors, pretty big boat, has some fishing rigs off the end of it. It has, it's a nice boat. You'll see, I'll show you some pictures here in a bit. In the interest of fairness, we sent Brian Colford some questions we probably should have asked him before we published the damn story. Anyway, TSF has provided Mr. Colford with a list of 5 questions about his venture and the opportunity to respond with any documentation regarding his yacht, which will be published in this space. Oh, how generous of you, Grant. Grant, you are such a gentleman. By the way, don't, I'm making fun of this guy and giving him shit online and via public view, but please do not harass this guy. I mean, in fact, he's not even the one who did the tweets. Anyway, I don't know, but don't harass the guy. But still, he even no matter how much he deserves it. Anyway, so here it is. Grant Stern sends this to Brian Colford. Brian Colford, please send any proof or reply you would like. Really? Now I have to prove to you, Grant Stern, that I bought my damn boat myself? You ass. Please answer the following. 1. You promised Politico to break new ground by May 1st or June 1st. Have you broken ground yet? If so, where? Provide proof. Hey, dickhead, this article is about a boat. What? Why do you need? I'm pretty sure I want to talk about the boat since that's what you wrote about, dickhead. Number 2, you promised to break ground in April during a March interview. Have you broken ground yet? If so, where? Provide proof. What if they're behind schedule? Hey, here's some proof, Grant. Blow me. Number 3. Now, notice none of these questions. Well, let's see. Hang on. I'll move on. Hey, Pancalo, what's happening, brother? Number 3, which landowner is providing the property for your project? Well, I don't think any landowner is providing anything for my boat that you just wrote an article slandering me about. Are you under contract? Under contract for the boat? I already bought the boat. They already built it. It's in the water. Do you have property recorded land deed and title insurance showing clear ownership for my boat? There's no land titleship for a boat. Blow me. If so, where? Which county? Provide proof. Well, I can show you pictures of it sitting in the water. Number 4, you said on Facebook Week that you'll be breaking ground shortly. What? You don't break ground for a boat. A boat floats, you dumbass. What does shortly mean? Well, it's already in the water since last August. Please provide copies of local permit applications, engineering reports, architectural plans, and any other relevant documents that detail what you shall do shortly. I'm going to go fishing, motherfucker. Now get the hell off my boat. I will add your comment to the story with a response from the source of the story momentarily. Wait a minute. This story isn't about a wall. This story is about a boat. It's about a boat. Where the hell was I? Right here. Here we go. This is about a boat. Broke water. Yeah. Oh, I think I just broke wind. Anyway, this is about... Colfidge is a Purple Heart decorated war veteran and triple amputee who lost an empire on Facebook of literally fake news. Now, let's look at the link he puts for literally fake news. BuzzFeed. Okay, this... I felt dirty. Former employees of the veteran crowdfunding Trump's wall says he pushed fake news. Okay, so it's a BuzzFeed story. Well, really? BuzzFeed? BuzzFeed is your source? BuzzFeed? Fucking BuzzFeed? Are you kidding me? BuzzFeed. The mecca of fake news. You know what BuzzFeed does? Well, first of all, BuzzFeed was the source of that Michael Cohen story that everyone got burned on. The one about something Trump told Michael Cohen to lie. Michael Cohen said that testified to Congress. No, he didn't. Hey, Dax, how you doing, buddy? And even Mueller said that. BuzzFeed goes after 14-year-old girls. Where's the front page of BuzzFeed? Where is this? Here, look, this is what BuzzFeed does. BuzzFeed goes over 14-year-old YouTubers and trashes their 800,000 subscriber YouTube channels and get them almost deplatformed off of YouTube. That's what BuzzFeed, that's your source, dude, for calling his Facebook page a fake news. Are you kidding me? He just put articles from other sources on his Facebook page, and he had 300,000 subscribers. Fake news. Go to hell. Kolfich's GoFundMe page touched a nerve amongst Trump supporters during the president government shutdown, while nearly suspended, was subjected to mass opt-out. Yeah. He gave people an opportunity to opt out and still raised $22 million. That's why I'm sending it to you. I back what's right, said the anonymous source. That's why I'm sending it to you. Oh, I back what's right, said the anonymous source, who elaborated in a phone call about the concern. Oh, he's concerned that the money wasn't being spent on a wall. That money was supposed to be for the wall. I hate fuckers that take money under false pretense. Kolfich is using the wall money to fly private Range Rovers, boats, etc. 2 days ago, the Daily Beast, Will Sommer, wrote a story highlighting the non-existence of any serious plans to purchase land for Kolfich's project, which he proudly highlighted with disgraced. Disgrace. He loves his adjectives, doesn't he? Disgraced former Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach, Sommer wrote. Organized by triple amputee veteran Brian Kolfich, the campaign eventually morphed into a nonprofit called We Build the Wall, which promised to build portions of the wall on private land using money it raised. Months later, there's no evidence that any construction has started, despite claims that Kolfich and his allies that construction would start in April. And now Green is wondering whatever happened to that wall he was promised his dollars would fund. Well, he can still ask for them back. Complicating the effort further is that it's not easy to find private land right on the border where the wall can be built. Seems like you might have answered your own question there. Maybe who knows? I'm sure he'll be forced to do accounting of that money. And you know what? There are legal ramifications if he doesn't. How about you just wait and see? Kolfich and We Build the Wall's board of directors have spent plenty of time in Arizona ostensibly scouting private land to build the wall, but the Phoenix New Times reported in March that the vast majority of land on the border in the state is owned by the federal government. Meanwhile, many of the people who actually own land on the border told New Times that they hadn't been contacted by We Build the Wall. Really, many of the people who actually own land on the border told the New Times they hadn't been contacted by We Build the Wall. Many of the people who actually own land, many of the people, many. What's missing in that sentence? Not all. And then the Post reports that Kolfich would not comment today either. This article about his boat? This article's about the boat. The headline's about the boat. He commented back to you about the boat. And you're talking about this. Well, now I get it. I understand why you're concerned. I personally, when I saw that whole campaign, in some ways, I thought it was a little bit silly because you got a wall would cost billions and billions of dollars, and you're doing a GoFundMe, and I didn't knock it, but I certainly wasn't. I thought it was a little bit of a silly idea. Now, surprised me that they raised as much money as they did. And I'm like, oh, well, more power to them. Hopefully they use it correctly and whatever. But you know what? You made a claim that this guy took money from that campaign to buy $1 million boat and support his high-flying lifestyle. You might want to have some actual evidence instead of an anonymous source who actually, obviously, has a bone to pick with someone named Brian Colfage. You just might want to double and triple check your work and maybe have more than one anonymous source. You moron. And now, this very all could be true, maybe, but I'm doubting it just based on the evidence that you provide in your own damn story. And also by his response. So now then you get down here a bunch of pictures of the boat and the whatnot. Now here's remember I told you about the triple asterisks. Down here, editor's note. The Stern Facts only makes use of anonymous sources who are known to the author as credible retellers of events. Wait a minute. Hold on. So you're saying, what's your name? Something Stern? Grant Stern. Grant Stern, here's what you're telling me. Grant Stern, you're telling me that you only make use of anonymous sources who are known to the author as credible retellers of events, and in the event that a story of great public interest could not otherwise be told to protect their identities? How would you know that the source, the anonymous source of the story, is how are you sure that this is known to the author as credible retellers of events? How do you know? How the bloody hell would you know? If it's your only source for this story? Seriously? Now, and originally the story was much more definitive. He's been editing a lot of stuff out of the story that was originally sitting here. In this case, the source has been known to the editing author of the story for at least 4 years. So wait a minute. So he's known this particular source for 4 years? How did this story start? A source close to the Florida man who raised over $22 million. A source close to the Florida man who raised over source close to the Florida man. So this source is close to the Florida man who raised over $22 million. Brian Stern says the source has been known to the editing author of this story for at least 4 years. The source is close to the Florida man. The editor writing this story has known the source for 4 years. Do you think they've ever crossed paths? I mean, the source is close to Colfage, and the author has known the source for 4 years. That's an interesting juxtaposition. Interesting. Let's see. Close could mean location, sure. Jealous neighbor, sure. It could be something. Funny that these guys don't happen to run into each other, though. I'm just curious. That is why TSF relies upon a single source interview for this story. No corroboration, no checking the facts. Didn't fact check his source at all because he's known the guy for 4 years, and this guy just could tell him anything. I don't know. That is why TF blah blah blah, which though unusual is acceptable only because of the lengthy relationship under these circumstances. Yeah, well, you've already got some problems with your story. And then he does a clarification. The words, quote, really fake news, quote, empire has been clarified by the source to really mean his above references to the Facebook pages formerly known as right-wing news, which were taken down as part of what he characterizes as a conservative purge on Facebook, and funds from the GoFundMe may be diverted. So he, again, may be diverted. Okay, so now let's go. I'm spending a lot of time on this, but whenever I see one of these stories, I got to jump into it because it's just, it had that smell to it. I had the same, when I saw this, and I had the same feeling as when I heard the Jussie Smollett story for the first time, where I'm like, isn't that something that would be somewhat, there's something wrong with the story. Something smelled wrong. It felt wrong. Some of those easily verifiable things that GoFundMe could go after him for and whatnot. And so then we went to Brian Kolfage's Instagram page. And now here's his boat before it was painted because they had ordered it. The date on this is June 29th, 2018. So that makes sense. And then I got another picture over here. Let's see. Here we go. Just got painted. Bottom paint next in the home stretch. And this is, when is this? This is July 14th, 2018. Okay. Then I come up here and, oh, wait, not this one. This is not it. Where's the one where he dropped it in the water? Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Getting wet. They're delivering the boat and getting ready to drop it in the water. Okay. And then they got, he took some pictures out here. Obviously the front of the boat and the 4 engines. And, there's where they're finishing up the paint job. All right. So then we got them up here and then they got the dang thing in the water looking good. What's this say? Time for electronics to get rigged up. So they're not even done. Finish the boats. They're still finishing the inside stuff of it, though. Time for a lot of electronics to get rigged up. FLIR, satellite, sonar, radar, and then it's go time. Built one hell of a customized boat for us. Jupiter Boats. Okay, and the date on this, August 21st, 2018. So he already has the boat. And then the next picture shows it here. What's he got? Going across the Gulf on Monday. He's going to take it out on a trip. And yeah, no way that's $1 million. It's bigger than it looks in the pictures, but I don't know that it's $1 million. But it might have enough. It depends on what the amenities in the boat are. It looks pretty nice when you look in the inside, but whatever. Even if it's a $500,000, even if it's $300,000. The point is, this guy writes a story without checking without checking anything. I mean, clearly he already has the boat in August 2018. And then I got some pictures here. Let's see. There's the boat right there. Yeah, I don't know if that would be $1 million boat. I don't know boats that well. I should know boats better. It's a pretty big boat, though. I mean, it doesn't look big in that picture, but so there's that. And then here's a picture. There's his wife in the boat in the captain's seat or the driving chair, whatever. And so anyway, here's the picture that they took with the guy from Kansas. But yeah, he's a double amputee, both legs and one arm there. But and then here's some more pics of the boat. Here we go. There's looking from the inside the cover. There's one of his kids, and so on. So what the hell? Let's see, any more pictures of the boat? And then there's his wife and his kids. So Oh, here's a good one. He's done a little fishing off the boat. There you go. And a last one. Had the best crew on the boats today. We absolutely annihilated grouper, reached our limit in no time. So anyway, that's from, what's the date on that? That's 6 days ago. So anyway, so apparently they were looking at pictures on Instagram. Somebody went and looked at the pictures on Instagram and assumed the worst for this guy. And I just think that's just awful. I mean, that's just some really bad writing, really bad reporting. And then I got on Twitter again and went to check this out. Hang on, let me find this real quick. All right, so here, let's the thread here. So then I get on Twitter later this morning before I came on here, and this post it pops up. So another source or another. A different Twitter feed now, and then look at this. So here, there's 948 retweets, 2,200 likes for this, and this is from what time? This is from this morning, 5:14, 5:13. This is from yesterday afternoon. Just in, Florida man who raised over $22 million on GoFundMe in the We the People Build a Wall project campaign used in past tense, used the money to pay for $1 million yacht and high-flying lifestyle. Now, that's with no link to the original article, no other explanation other than makes a statement of fact. Used. I thought that was amazing. So that Medium post must have been from yesterday. I didn't even, I just saw it early this morning, like 3 a.m. when I was heading to work. Used the money to pay for $1 million yacht and flying lifestyle. So yeah, wow, this story's flying around as fast as Jussie Covington and Cohen stories. I wonder if it's true. Sure, that wall GoFundMe thing was odd. But the guy who bought the boat, bought the boat over a year ago, and it was delivered last August. I wonder why B&L didn't link the original post. Well, if they had, you'd find a different story. The original story started on Medium with a single anonymous source and has some interesting updates. Seems like one of the first people to respond to the Medium post was the accused, and that was that piss poor reporting. And then I just linked this Instagram picture of the boat being dropped in the water. The high-flying lifestyle, apparently, let's go back in his Instagram again real quick. Apparently, his high-flying lifestyle has been going on for a pretty long time. So let's go way down here and let's check out his high-flying lifestyle. What's the date here? Let's see. Okay, so this is on his old boat, apparently. This is, let's see, May 22nd, 2017. Okay, he's doing pretty good back then, right? Let's just kind of flip through it. He's doing some fishing, and there's on his old, maybe he has a charter boat. Who knows? Let's see. Let's see. Can't beat the sunset on the water. Okay, let's go back through here. High flying lifestyle. See, this is a pretty nice boat he's chartered there. Okay, then you got, there's the private jet and the Range Rover. This is June 4th, 2017. So apparently he had a high-flying lifestyle before the GoFundMe. Fascinating. Maybe he sold it, and who knows if that's his own private plane or not, but he seemed to be doing really well already. Oh, let's see what else is, let's see. Yeah, see, he's into the boating lifestyle already. He loves fishing, so maybe that's why he bought a boat. Let's see what else we got. He's lots of fishing pictures. What's this one? Let's see. 220 hours, 3,500 miles in the first year. Oh, so he traded in the old boat for a new boat. So he had a boat already. He's into boats. Okay. Apparently he already had a high-flying lifestyle. Looks like he's doing pretty good down there in Florida. Looks like they went out and checked out an oil rig. They're cutting up some of the fish. What else? There's a picture of, let's see, Epicani Herrera. She'll have to settle for the base model, $1 million. Okay, so they didn't actually buy the car, but they were looking at some pretty high-end cars. The dude, okay, so the dude already had some money somehow. If you look through these pictures, This isn't like he was in poverty and then he's suddenly swindled a bunch of people. He's doing pretty good already. Got a great looking wife, nice looking kids, flies expensive flights. Here he is. Let's see, what's this picture of? He's at the Dallas Fort Worth Airport. I don't know why okay, here we go. Finally catching up on last weekend. Sky something was another success. Raised over $3 million for children who lost a parent in the war on terror. So this guy's out doing charity events. Raised $3 million for kids who lost their parents in war on terror. Ran into Colonel Greg Gadsden, who, besides being an amputee vet, played in the movie Battleship. And of course, Ashley K. Hawaii looked amazing as usual. That's his wife. So yeah, this dude, and there's a house. Apparently, this is a house he was building, and so this guy clearly already had a high flying lifestyle. So you know what, jackasses of the world, stop writing stories with that you can't. What am I trying to say here? Stop writing stories your ass can't cash. What the hell? Stop writing checks your ass can't catch. Cash. So that's my story of the day. That's my top story of the day. All right, let's move on. Hey, let me check by the way, I'm sorry. I heard that bell go off a long time ago. I got so deep into this. Jaeger Pony, thank you so much, sir. Oh my gosh, a $20 super chat. Your ration of reparations coffee has arrived. Oh, you are a lifesaver, sir, because I'm down to my last case of that coffee that I bought. They had it marked down at the local grocery store for $13 a case for 36 K-cups of this coffee. And I think it was some breakfast blend or something. It's really good. But for some reason, they were just selling the case for $13 a piece. So I bought 3 of them last time I was there. That was a while ago. And I'm down to my last case. So your $20 donation for the coffee fund will go to some good use, sir. By the way, while this is a good time to shill as any, thank you, Jaeger Pony, for the $20 super chat. If you guys want to help out the channel, there's several ways you can do it. One, right down here, this hand, is the share arrow. There's that little arrow that goes like that, and you click it and you click share, and then you can put it on Facebook or Twitter or Tumblr or Reddit. I give you a bunch of choices. You know what? I don't even know what the choices are. Let's see, share. What are the choices they give you? They give you Facebook, Twitter, Blogger, Reddit, Tumblr, Pinterest. Something here that's spelled in letters that I can't read. They give you LinkedIn, Mix, another Russian site. You can email it. You can copy and paste it somewhere. You have a plethora of choices of places where you can I'm going to read your thing here in a minute, Evil One. There's a plethora of places you can share it, or you can just hit the like button. I always appreciate that. If you like, you can hit the like button, even if you want to dislike. Now, don't dislike just because I said that, but you can dislike too. But I prefer you to do like. And then also we do super chats via Streamlabs, which is right in the description down there. Usually someone's here putting it in the chat, but that's okay. I think Sarah's not here today. My lead moderator is not here today, but that's okay. Sarah does a great job when she's here. But it's down below in the description, right? The first thing there is my Streamlabs link where you can do donations and super chats. I will get to them during the show, or if you do them off hours, I will read them first thing in the morning for the next day. All right, let's see real quick here. I'm going to try to get in here. If I miss some stuff, yacht cost is generally based upon what's inside the whole hull. Shell cost is $500,000, and then add all the other stuff, could come to close to 7 something to something. Yeah, no, the boats, yeah, you know, you get the hull and then everything you put in it. They could have put in some high tech stuff. After he said sonar and radar and all this other stuff he put in there. You can quickly get up to $1 million on a boat that size. Didn't fit the narrative. Plus, you couldn't have. Could have sold his. Yeah, he could have sold his old boat. He had a nice. His old boat looked pretty nice there too. And have you seen the video of the girl getting helped off the top of the guy's car? I have not. If you have a Twitter, you can DM it to me, or you can email it to me at pdognight@gmail.com. By the way, if you need to send me stuff, my Twitter is right down here, and at pdognight. If you need to email me, just put the ad on the other end and @gmail.com, and you can email me stories too. Prefer Twitter DMs. I don't check my email as often, but I do check it, and so on. So anyway, that's really cool. I'll be sending it to Twitter. Thank you, Evil One. I'll check that out. We'll throw that in. That'll be my. I'll finish that put that at the end of the show today. All right, moving on. Let's get into some. I was going to do some headlines today, but man, I got a little animated about that story. I'm gonna have to clip that one and make that a separate video too. It worked out that way. Here we go. Let's see. Anything special news? Oh, did you all hear that Attorney General Barr has appointed a U.S. attorney to examine the origins of the Russia probe? Did you know that? Attorney General William Barr has appointed a top Connecticut prosecutor to look into the origins of the Russia probe. So it works, so I'm just dropping by to say hello. Hey, hi, Captain Brambles. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. If you can, and hope you're listening there while you're at work. If you can, I listen to YouTube all morning at work. It's funny. Okay. Anyway, Attorney General William Barr has appointed a top Connecticut prosecutor to look into the origins of the Russia probe. U.S. Attorney John Durham was tapped to determine if the government's method of collecting intelligence involving the 2016 Trump campaign were lawful and appropriate. The Associated Press reported, citing a source. I hate that. I hate it when they cite a source. But, in a sense, the Associated Press saying that is different than some jackass on Medium saying that, especially when you can debunk the story in real time within the story. Anyway, this appointment comes a month after Barr told Congress he believed spying did occur against the Trump campaign without providing details. He may have been referring to a surveillance warrant that the FBI obtained on ex-Trump associate Carter Page and the use of an FBI informant to look into the former Trump campaign foreign police advisor policy. God, these news places are getting so sloppy. Policy advisor George Papadopoulos. Durham has previously investigated law enforcement corruption, the destruction of the CIA videotapes, and the Boston FBI's relationship with mobsters. This particular prosecutor, by the way, if you're not familiar with him, he was who was it? Whitey Bulger. He was in that case. He's prosecuted. He's been doing things under both Republican and Democrat presidents. The investigations they refer to here, let's see. He's investigated law enforcement corruption, the destruction of CAI videotapes, and the Boston FBI's relationship with mobsters. That was in the Whitey Bulger case. Another investigation by the Justice Department's Inspector General into the Russia probe's origin is also underway and should be done in May or June, Barr has said. Congressional Republicans have also said they'll look into how the investigation began and whether there are any legal concerns. So, you know what? I'm expecting a lot of smoke coming up around this to try to what's the word? Smoke screen. Smoke for a smoke screen. You're gonna hear a lot from the Democrats just putting up all kinds of noise and whatnot. And I think reason that they're so concerned is because I think some things are going to be found that aren't exactly kosher, and so it's not going to be good for them. Okay, moving on. What else we got here? Let me close that one. You know what? The other one. What was I was just thinking about that. Don't show video on screen. Oh, okay. Thank you for the warning. I'm glad you warned me because I was thinking about putting a video on screen. What was, shoot, what did I just do there? Oh no. Here, open a new tab. Let's put this back up. I closed the window by accident. And what was the other one that I wanted to, there was one other that I definitely wanted to touch on before. Oh, the other thing too, kind of, did y'all hear about the BuzzFeed going, I told you about the BuzzFeed going after the 14-year-old girl, right? But I didn't read the story yet. I may get into that towards the end too here. What was the other one? There was one particular one that I wanted to, where is it? Sorry, give me one moment, please. Give me one moment. I know this is not exciting, but that's okay. Let's see. No, not in there. I really should have some music going while I'm doing this, and I don't. Hey, I got an idea. How about a little? Now, everyone, for just a moment, for just a couple seconds here, you need to, if you have headphones on, take them off for about 10 seconds till I get the sound level light, because the first tone on this is probably going to blow your ears out. So if you have headphones on, starting, and when I say go, 10 seconds. Ready? Go. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, let's see. Let me see if I can get this sound level right, because we need to have a little mood music in the background, and not necessarily 70 porn style, but just a little funk. Now, tell me if that's loud enough. Is that a good level for y'all? Just put a 1 if that's a good level and you can still hear me. I'm going to talk a little louder because I know when I have the music on, it's hard to hear what I'm talking about. Throw me a 1 in the chat if it's okay, a 2 if it's too loud, and a 3 if you just say, give me more, baby. All right, I'm getting 1 so far. That's looking good. We're going to stick with this sound level. All right, here we go. Let's get I'm already at a time where I got to get into Twitter trends or I'm not going to have time for it. In fact, there's my little alarm that I set for myself. Let's go into Twitter trends, because I'm sure anything that I'm about to talk about probably going to be in there already. But before I completely go into Twitter trends, when I opened up Twitter just before the show, this pops up. We've got another candidate for president, people. Man, if all these Democrats are able to get enough individual donations to get on the debate stage, they've already have enough people running for president to put up a full offense and defense on a football field plus a kicker. I think they're up to 23 now. And there's still Bill de Blasio is still talking about jumping in the race. It's amazing. Montana Senator Steve Bullock. I just laugh because, if you add an O to that U, that's not a nice thing to say over in the UK. Montana Governor Steve Bullock joins the 2020 presidential race. What can this guy give us that none of the others can? I am dying to find out. Montana Governor Steve Bullock announced Tuesday he's joining the Democratic field running for president in 2020. Bullock has made the announcement in a video posted online. In it, he touted his ability to break gridlock in a Republican-controlled Montana legislature to pass Medicaid expansion and campaign finance reform bill that eliminated dark money. And Steve, that sounds kind of racist to me. What's wrong with dark money? Brother, what is wrong with dark money? That's racist. I wouldn't miss voting for Trump for 4 more years of these insane idiots for the world. I'm hear you, man. Bullock made the announcement. Okay, I already said that. I believe in him. I believe in America. I believe in America, where every child has a fair shot to do better than their parents, Bullock said. But we all know that that kind of opportunity no longer exists for most people. What the fuck are you talking about? What the? Are you kidding me? You know what? I have a kid who's graduating college in a couple weeks. Right out the gate. First job he gets out of college. He's going to be making more money than me. First job out of college. What are you talking? We all know that kind of opportunity no longer exists for most people. Really? I bet. You know what? And even if he wasn't making more money than out the guy, now he's not making more money than both of us combined, obviously, but opportunity is always there. It just depends on if you take advantage of the opportunities. Opportunities start with your kids when they're very young. And how you raise them and what you make them believe is possible. If you do not believe things are possible, you probably won't get to those things. But if you teach your kids that things are possible and you teach them to start down here and continually make those things possible, because you start them when they're young and you teach them that things are possible. If you do this, these are the things you can achieve. Kids will definitely live up to the expectations. So to tell me that it's not possible is just nonsense. Okay? Let me finish his statement though. For far too many people, it never has. Well, I'm not necessarily believing that either. Of course, that's coming from someone. Now maybe I'm just skewed. Maybe I'm just so privileged. Even though a black man like me is never supposed to be privileged, but maybe I'm just so privileged that, my grandfather, I've told the story more than once. Now, my grandfather's grandfather was a slave. Now, I'm not now kind of somewhere in the line there, he bought, I think someone bought his father out of slavery, whatever. My grandfather, a black man, during the Great Depression, got a law degree. Now, was it because he was smart? Was it because he's persevered? Whatever. My grandfather, a black man, got a law degree during the Great Depression. So, yes, for far too many, it never has. And obviously my grandfather was exceptional. He was an exception. He was exceptional. But there's always been opportunity. Now, it's been harder for a lot of people because, man, the country had stupid laws all over the place. Had stupid shit going on. There was absolutely oppression in the past. The problem is we've pulled that oppression into the present time when it's not even there. And we've taught people that we're teaching people they're oppressed. You are not oppressed. I'm not on a boat. I'm not on a boat. But you know what? I've made choices in my life where I don't there are some choices in my life that I didn't make correctly. And so this is where I'm at. But man, I am still so incredibly privileged where I'm at. Just that, I don't even think, I hate the word privilege. I'm not privileged. I have what I have because this is what I did to get here. I did what I did to get to this point in my life. Not oppressed. Some of my choices were terrible. I made terrible choices when I was young. Went through some financial problems and I've done, but you know what? But it doesn't mean that the opportunities to do the right things were there. And I eventually learned to do the right things and poof, here I am. Because I'm not oppressed. I have the opportunities. For far too many people, it never has. No, it's not untrue. There are so many things out there to help people who think it never has. He continues. That's why we need to defeat Donald Trump in 2020 and defeat the corrupt system that lets campaign money drown out the people's voice. Bullshit. Let us remember. Campaign money in the two parties comparatively in the race for president in 2016, Hillary Clinton spent $1.3 billion. Just her campaign alone spent raised and spent $1.3 billion. Donald Trump's campaign spent $600 million, less than half of what the campaign money of Hillary Clinton. So clearly, campaign money did not drown out the people's voice in 2016. Now, granted, Trump was a master of getting free publicity continually, and he still is. Do you hear Donald Trump name every day of your life right now? Every day you hear Donald Trump's name, whether it's good or bad, you hear his name every day. Now, that's because the Democrats have lost their damn minds and can't not react to every single thing Donald Trump says or does. And you have some news networks and the fourth estate, whatever you call it, the mainstream media, except for a couple exceptions, who spend every day with nothing but Trump coming out of their mouths. But hey, you hear his name every day, right? Hillary Clinton's campaign spent twice of what Donald Trump's campaign spent. Just saying. Oh, Clinton spent almost $1 billion more. Spent if you count the DNC, I'm not even counting the DNC. I'm talking about the Hillary Clinton campaign. Spent twice what Trump's campaign spent, plus the DNC spent, plus what all the interest groups spent. How many of those interest groups were pro-Trump? I'm just saying. But that's none of my business. So this guy, so he's into campaign finance reform, whatever. I mean, you know what? I guess Trump still spent half of what Hillary Clinton spent. And he wrote a post on Medium, whatever, Montana, whatever. Okay, so we have another one. That's 22 or 23. I think it's 23 now. 23 Democratic candidates for the Democratic nomination for President of the United States. They're having a contest to see who's going to lose to Trump in 2020 because they're doing everything they can to make a Trump win happen. So there we go. Alrighty then. Let's get into Twitter trends. Oh, she buck naked. No wonder you don't want me. Oh, did I just put that on the screen? Oh, shit. Damn it. What did I just do there? That's my notifications. Okay, I'm going to be editing that part out. Thank you, evil one. Oh, my gosh. Well, at least it wasn't really super clear. Let's get into Twitter trends. I got a naked person on my screen. What the hell? She was naked on top of a car. Probably got her butt kicked. All right. Hey, by the way, did you know Anthony Weiner's getting out of jail today? I think. But hopefully he's had some restrictions about computers and laptops and shit like that. Dude, just go to a strip club and get a lap dance. You don't have to be sending your penis pics to just 15-year-old girls. Anyway, let's get into Twitter trends. Number one on Twitter trends right now is Tuesday Thoughts. Oh, excuse me, Tuesday Thoughts. The thought was in that thing on top of the car that I probably shouldn't have clicked first. Gosh, you even warned me, Evil One. Oh, well, it happens. All right. Tuesday Thoughts is number one trending on Twitter. What's the top Tuesday thought from the dodo? Oh, it has one of those. I wonder if I turn up my music. Oh, okay. So this is just a GIF anyway. Tuesday Thoughts. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear. Okay, so cute little kitten. That's whatever that is. The persistence. I'm here for one reason, to win. Oh, what the hell? I want a 7-2 majority on the Supreme Court. Don't think 4 months or 4 years ahead. Think 40. Interesting. Yeah, if Trump wins another term, I'm wondering. I mean, I think Ruth Bader Ginsburg is hanging on specifically for January 2021, January 20th, 2021, hoping that there will be a new president. If she gets, I think she will retire after this presidency, no matter what. If hopefully, and I hope she lives that long. I'm sure she will. I'm not ever gonna say anything that ridiculous. But yes, she's definitely, I think the only reason she didn't retire after this last election is because Hillary Clinton lost. What else here? Let's get a good Tuesday thought. Be kind. Oh, here's a good one. Be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. That's a good kind of rule to live by, except for that jackass who wrote that silly article before. All right, let's move on from number two. Number two is Zion. Let's see here. Zion Williamson, I'm sure, is going to the NBA. Retweet Zion and Atlanta Hawk jerseys for good luck. Oh, because the NBA draft lottery day. Everybody wants Zion Williamson. That kid is amazing. You don't even have to be a basketball fan to like him. Undisputed. Oh my gosh. Here goes. Oh man. Well, we'll see. Whoever this is. What the hell's his name? I know his name and I'm blanking. Oh, Shannon Sharp. He says, I do not believe Zion is a transformative player. Do I look at him and say he's a LeBron James, he's a Magic Johnson, he's a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I don't see that in him. Let's say the Knicks got him. KD and Kyrie. Okay, I see him as Karl Anthony Towns. Okay, Karl Anthony Towns actually kind of is. I mean, he's kind of the thing for the Wolves, but you're right. Wolves hasn't. Anyway, I'm talking basketball. When the New York Knicks pick falls to number 4 tonight after a whole season of tanking, and I created Photoshops of Zion in a Knicks jersey, this guy's beating himself up. Anyway, it's the NBA draft lottery tonight, and it's the Zion Williams prize show. Everyone wants Zion Williams. Lindsey Graham resigns. What? Oh, people are calling for Lindsey Graham to resign. Oh, why? What did Lindsey Graham say? Lindsey Graham resigned. Trends on Twitter after encouraging Trump Jr. to plead the fifth. Okay, interesting. He mentioned that he thinks Trump Jr. should plead the fifth. I think Trump Jr. should do the same thing that I can't remember the dude's name. The guy that was did something happen? I'm down to 12 people. What happened there? Did something happen to my feed? That's weird. Okay. All right. Somebody. So he said that Donald Trump Jr. believes. I think Brian Pagliano. Are you familiar? Any of y'all familiar with that name, Brian Pagliano? He's the guy that set up Hillary Clinton's email system or server system, not just the email, but the entire server in her house. And he's the one who found a way to transfer top secret stuff from government servers to her server. Now that's illegal for one thing. You're not supposed to do that. But anyway, he's her computer guy. Brian Pagliano was subpoenaed, I think by the House. Was it the House Intelligence Committee or Senate? One of those Senate or House Intelligence Committee. He was subpoenaed by a Congressional Oversight Committee, and he refused. Yes. Brian Pagliano is the guy who asked Reddit how to bleach bit a hard drive. Brian Pagliano refused and never showed up to testify in front of Congress. Didn't plead the fifth, didn't anything, just did not show up. And they did nothing about it. So, Lindsey Graham, Trump Jr. says he's not going to go, but he also says he's encouraged Trump Jr. to plead the fifth. I don't know what he'd even plead the fifth about. There's nothing to be pleading the fifth for, but anyway, Scott's working. What Lindsey Graham has done is disgusting. He's letting Trump destroy our country. He's promoted Trump property, and he's even defended Trump attacks on Senator McCain. He's a lame sellout who belongs in prison, not in Congress. He should resign immediately. Ed Krassenstein, yay! I love it when the Krassensteins tweet. Ed Krassenstein, Lindsey Graham is telling Don Trump Jr. to ignore his Senate subpoena. Brian Pagliano. In other words, Lindsey Graham is officially a traitor to the U.S. Senate and the American Constitution. Lindsey Graham resigned. Who is with me? I'll bet your brother is with you, but maybe not. Let's see who's in the top. They must not be in the office together because they're not answering each other's tweets lately. I don't know. But, yeah, Lindsey Graham, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, because they're just going to try to, all they're going to try to do is, they're going to try to, I don't know, to try to trick him into saying something wrong, whatever. But there's a lot of people here. Lindsey Graham no longer represents South Carolina in the Senate. He represents Donald Trump. J.B. Harrison is the high-profile former South Carolina Democratic Party chairman running to beat him. Retweet if you support Harrison as he runs to turn South Carolina blue. Fat effing chance. South Carolina is so deeply red, it's crazy. But everyone wants... Oh, well, breaking. Lindsey Graham resigned has been tweeted out over 20,000 times since the Dem Coalition started to promote it this morning. Oh, that's why the Democratic Coalition started promoting that this morning. So there you go. All right, what else? What else we got? What else? Come on, NBA Draft Lottery. Yep, they're looking for Zion Williamson. Me and LeBron tonight after the NBA Draft Lottery when the Lakers win the Zion sweeps. Oh, that would be hilarious if the Lakers won it over the Knicks and Atlanta Hawks, who are the worst two teams in the league. Tuesday Motivation will skip 1.7 Plus Pro. What? 1+7 Pro. What is this? Our mission is to share the best technology. What is this crap? Why is this trending? National Graphic photographer Carlton Ward takes the stage and shares his experience shooting wildlife on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Is that a new... What is it? Oh, it's... Fluid AMOLED display is our most immersive display. Just look at these specs. Is that what is a OnePlus? Our mission is to share the best technology built hand in hand with you. We focus on smooth software, powerful hardware, and expert craftsmanship. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what that. I still don't know what it is. Oh. Oh, that's pretty slick. Little camera pops out of the. But what is it? Someone? Oh, is it? They have them at T-Mobile. We'll continue our partnership with T-Mobile this year as we launch the OnePlus 7 Pro. Shout out to every T-Mobile employee who has helped us connect with our customers online. I have okay, so it's a type of phone. I just never heard of it. Have any of y'all ever heard of it? Oh, is it a Sony iPhone where the update isn't half the memo? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who makes it. It must be a new phone company. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with my Note 9. Although now the Note 10 is coming out with a couple of features, but I can't. I won't. I usually skip about 4 at a time. I keep my phone until I can't keep it no more. And usually let's see, because my last Note, I went from a Note 5 to a Note 9. So I skipped all those in between. Anyway, but my Note 9's a beast, man. I love it. Okay, enough of the OnePlus. Steve Bollock, who's that? We already talked about him. He's running for president. We already talked about him. Gen X. Why is Gen X trending? Oh, okay. Gen X is the best generation we are never talked about because we are the only ones who aren't a mess and we have our stuff together. We are small but mighty. We survived acid wash jeans. Our men were manly and wore makeup. We wanted and got our MTV. Well, Missy Gen X, I am on the... Okay. Why is it trending though? As the first real Gen X candidates make a run for president, and with that, Cruz and Rubio were erased from history. I hate all generational generalizations to begin with, but if you can't even remember who's in your artificially constructed cohort. Yeah, I am technically... Oh, because it's a New York Times article. So they wrote a... Okay, I get it. There's a New York Times article about Generation X. And so probably all the other generations are dunking on Generation X. See, I am the intersection. I am the intersection between a baby boomer and Gen X. I was born in that first year of Gen X and the last year of boomers. So I can kind of claim both. And there's some great things about both. So 61 to 81. I heard it was like 64 because boomers technically ended about 64, but Gen X started technically around 61. But anyway, I'd imagine some of the Gen X child rearing commonalities probably aren't all that great if you think about it. But you know what? I can't knock either one because I'm part of both. All I know is I'm here to defend Gen X, Millennials, and Gen Z, every other subsequent generation from the basic attacks of the entitled baby boomer generation that brought us Ronald Reagan and Trump. Hey, bitch! Gen X brought you Donald Trump. Anyway. Made Social Security insolvent and destroyed the environment. What's good? Ugh! You know why Social Security is insolvent? Because when it was originally devised, Social Security was devised with the idea that the population would always be growing. It's Social Security, if you really look at how Social Security works, it was always based on the prior generation, or the new generation paying for the prior generation. And they kept making changes to it so that it would not be solvent. It might be the world's largest Ponzi scheme ever. Okay? Let's just be honest. You politicians don't like it when people call it a Ponzi scheme. Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. One generation pays into it thinking they're going to get returns. And they keep growing the number of people who pay into it, aka population growth, so that they can pay for the people who paid into it before. But everything else gets more expensive. There is never been a lockbox, by the way. That was always bullshit. Remember Al Gore? Well, some of you may not be old enough to remember Al Gore's lockbox. But it is always always been a Ponzi scheme, and yes, they keep borrowing money from it. Well, it ends up in the general budget. There is no lockbox, so it's just a general budget item. So the people who are alive now are paying for the people who are on it now. Well, if the people who are alive now, if that population isn't continually growing, it makes it more, that means less people to pay for the people who need it. And right now, the population is not growing. So, so the idea that we need immigrants, we need immigrants to help that keep going along. The problem is we need legal immigrants. Okay, that's my last thing about that. So anyway, I'm enough of Gen X. Julio Arias, I don't know who that is. Oh, he's a baseball player. We're going to talk baseball. Anthony Weiner, yes, that's the only one. In fact, I might even finish on legal. I said legal, Maddie. You heard me say legal. I know you heard me say legal. You heard me say legal. I know you did. Anthony Weiner ordered to register as a sex offender in April after he was sentenced to a 21-month prison sentence for illicit online contact with a 15-year-old girl. He was sending her dick pics on the same laptop that they found 57,000 Hillary Clinton emails, including classified information and top secret special access programming on a laptop that Anthony Weiner was sending dick pics to a 15-year-old girl. Is there a law against that? Is there how Anthony Weiner isn't even part of the Secretary of State's office. How'd they get on his laptop? Good Lord. God. Ex-Congressman Anthony Weiner leaves the halfway house. He was ordered to register as a sex offender in April after he was sentenced to a 21-month prison sentence for illicit online contact with a 15-year-old girl. Former Representative Anthony Weiner left a New York City halfway house on Tuesday after completing his prison sentence for illicit online contact with a 15-year-old girl. It's good to be out, the disgraced former congressman said, according to the New York Post. I hope to be able to live a life of integrity and service. You need to live the life of a janitor mopping floors on the 32nd floor of the Empire State Building. That's where you should be. But I digress. I'm glad this chapter of my life is behind me. Well, how about we keep it behind you, Anthony, buddy? Oh, bro. Whatever. He was ordered in April to register as a sex offender as he neared the end of his 21-month prison sentence. The judge designated Weiner a level 1 offender under the state's version of what's known as Megan's Law, meaning that he is thought to have a low risk of reoffending. Weiner, once a rising star in the Democratic Party who served in Congress for nearly 12 years, had been living in a halfway house since February after serving most of his sentence at a prison in Massachusetts. He still faces 3 years of court supervision. He pleaded guilty in May 2017 to transferring obscene materials, known as his cock, in pictures to a minor. Prosecutors said he had a series of sexually explicit Skype and Snapchat exchanges with a North Carolina high school student and encouraged the teen to strip naked and touch herself sexually. At his sentence, Weiner said he'd been a very sick man for a very long time and said he had a sex addiction. Yeah, you know what? Because he wanted to be a victim. FTG, even though it's not Thursday. All right, let's finish up here real quick. Let's see if anything else is good. Patriot farmers. Oh, yeah. So Trump tweets, the world reacts. Trump, Patriot farmers will be among the biggest beneficiaries of the trade battle with China. President Trump said Tuesday that farmers will be among the biggest beneficiaries of a new round of tariffs levied against China, promising that his administration would be making up the difference to U.S. farmers if the levies cause exports to fall. In a pair of tweets, the president said that forgotten U.S. farmers would benefit from funds raised by the U.S. with tariffs, even as other Republican lawmakers have warned that Americans would take an economic hit from the measures. You know what's interesting about this? Normally, Democrats tend to love tariffs and trade wars. But for some reason, in this case, because Trump did it, nobody likes it. Now the Republicans aren't happy with him either on this. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe he knows that sometimes you got to play hard to get what you want. But apparently he wants to divert some of the tariffs. If they get tariffs, get some of that money diverted to farmers somehow. I don't know. But Patriot Farmers is trending just because he wrote the words Patriot Farmers. So now, of course, the hashtag has to trend. It's interesting that when white people... Oh, this is good, Amy Siskin. Amy, you're white! Amy! You are white! You're the whitest human being on the planet, Amy Siskind. Just a reminder. It's interesting that when white people get government assistance, Trump calls them patriots, but the people of Puerto Rico aren't grateful to him. Motherfucker. Puerto Rico has gotten a shit ton of assistance. Puerto Rico, though an affiliate of the United States, is not a U.S. state, but we still have been giving them assistance. Now, we can't help it if that assistance doesn't always reach the people it needs because the infrastructure and the corrupt government in your, what do they call it? The Commonwealth, whatever, is corrupt and can't seem to distribute the aid that you're given. But you know what? We've been doing what we can to help you, just like we have with our own states. Oh my God, I just can't. I can't. Anyway, Patriot Farmers. So all the anti-Trumpers and never-Trumpers are dunking on the words Patriot Farmers. But guess what? What is everybody talking about right now? Everyone's talking about Donald Trump. Ta-da! Free media daily for Donald Trump. All he has to do is write something that makes people go, ah! Anyway, Papua New Guinea has a earthquake, 7.7 quake. Ooh, that's not good. Sparking a tsunami threat for a large part of the Pacific Ocean. Bruce Arena, don't know what that is. Oh, is that where let's see. Bruce Arena is, okay, so there's going to be a soccer team in New England, Boston area. Keston Hiura, whatever that is, baseball player, Valencia High grad. Keston Hiura is set to join the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay, he drafted right out of high school. That's the only sport that you can still get drafted right out of high school is baseball. Oh no, hockey you can draft out of high school too. Tom Bowen, who is that? Memphis AD Tom Bowen resigned Tuesday morning, replaced by interim Allie Prescott, attorney and longtime Tiger booster. Okay, so the Memphis University has a new athletic director. Great. Baytown, Texas officer has been put on paid administrative leave after shooting and killing a woman who said she was pregnant during a scuffle, police say. Oh, that's not good. We're gonna pass on that. I'm sure we'll hear about this today. That's too bad, man. Okay, we're not gonna watch that. And Evan Dando, the Lemonheads frontman, was the poster boy and prettiest boy of Gen X. Okay, why is he? Oh, Evan Dando is not dead. Okay, from the Lemonheads. I really didn't pay attention to that band. And Ja Morant, who I have no idea, probably a sports figure. Oh, Jay Morant covers a future issue. He's a basketball player. All right. So there you go. That's Twitter trends for today, and it's also time for me to go. So, hey, I got to thank you guys for being here today. Obviously, it's the Morning Night Live, which we're here Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT, for those who use other parts of the world to figure out what time we're on. And you know what? It's been a lot of fun today. I hope my half-hour long rant about I'm on a boat, whatever, something, motherfucking boat. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you all. Thanks for all the chatter in the chat and the super chats today, and it's been a great day. I do got to head out, though. Thank you for being here. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the share button. I will watch that. Oh, you want me to watch the video while I'm on here and not show it on the screen? Hi, Jaeger Pony. I didn't know you were here. Did I know you were here? I did not know you were here. Watch the damn video. Okay, let me watch the damn video, but I'm going to do it without the screen showing. And I'm just going to react to it like this, okay? So before I go, let me watch this video. Okay, what the hell? Okay, she's naked on top of a car. Oh, damn! Oh, shit! I don't know where this was, but she got knocked the fuck out. Oh, no. Dude! Okay, now I know why you wanted me to watch this. No, I just watched it. I'm watching it like I'm reacting to it. Y'all, here, I'm not gonna... here, you can watch it yourself. Where's my escape button? There we go. Oh, damn. Damn, that is, here, now this is, I'm not, here, you can watch it y'all yourself. Good Lord. I'll just link it here and I'll put it there, but I'm not gonna put it on there because it's a naked person on top of a car. But oh my God, he just ripped her off the damn, that's messed, okay. Hey guys, I gotta go. Thanks for being here. Love you. See you tomorrow. Be here bright and bright and early, whatever. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. My name's Dawg Knight, and I am out of here. Bye. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the Dawg Knight channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.